So let's see. It looks like they're going to try and hit and roll a little roll down, I guess. And some skips are more comfortable doing certain types of shots, and this looks like LeClair is more comfortable with the hit here. As his last shot's underway. Needs to hit and roll to the 8 foot. Needs to roll and touch the 8 foot. I think it's the call here. It does. There it is.
All right.
Wow. That is a shot that you can only do if you know what you're doing.
Yep, absolutely.
If you don't know what you're doing, that would just be kind of blind luck. But LeClair doesn't need any luck. He takes one here in the fourth. We're going to go to the fifth. We're going to go to the fourth and break with the score tied. Not the score tied. Siggins has a 1-point lead. It's 4-3. Siggins over LeClair. We are going to take a break from the feature sheets. And while we do that, we're going to do some around the rings coverage. And as soon as I can get the remote camera set up, so bear with me a moment. This broadcast is coming to you live from the Coyotes Curling Club in Tempe, Arizona. It is also presented by authority of the Mountain Pacific Curling Association and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form without the express written consent of the Mountain Pacific Curling Association. We'll be back to our feature sheet in just a moment, but in the meantime, let's go around the rings. Trademark us. It's actually a Sportsnet joint, but we'll happily steal it. So, switching to around the rings. We do have teams taking their breaks. So, looks like on sheet B, they're at their halftime. On sheet B, who scored last?
Not a single person in this game.
No one in the war room knows who scored. Who scored on B? 8 for the red.
8 for the red?
8-ender. An unheralded 8-ender. Yeah. I mean, they're so common here. It's blasé. It's like,
I also guarantee
there were 4 flash hits. I don't know what to tell you.
So they're on their break. That B sheet is a game between Team Maxi, the defending champions, and Team Endicott. Endicott is undefeated. If Maxi wins this game, it's going to create some interesting situations in the A pool, I believe. Sheet A, let's move over there real quick. Sheet A, they're down to their Stips Rocks. This is a game between Team Feldman of Wine Country and Team McDonald of Coyotes, Wine Country, and more Capital Curling, I believe. Got some glare going on here, but we'll see what's going on. Looks like McDonald's playing with the yellow rocks, and it's Feldman sitting the 1, and it looks like McDonald wants to try and chip out that Feldman red to score just a mitten full. They have Feldman sitting 1, but Feldman has 5 yellows in the house, so a very challenging situation for Feldman and an opportunity for Andy McDonald as she throws her last here. Shots underway. They're just front end's just cleaning. Now it looks like they're trying to coax it over here. Looks pretty close. Looks like it's really close. Oh goodness! It stayed a little wide and made contact with the yellow. So it's actually going to be a steal of 1 for Feldman. So Feldman steals 1 in the fourth to make the score 6-2. McDonald over Feldman. So the scoring has been mostly in McDonald's favor. As we continue our around the rings coverage, in the meantime, just take a look at this warm room right now. There are just so many people in this warm room enjoying great curling here in the place where curling was meant to be, the desert. So just a great crowd. Let's go see what's going on in sheet D. Looks like they're doing their halftime break as well. So they're on halftime here on sheet D. This game is Team Howells of Hollywood taking on Team Aubrey from Coyotes. It looks like I believe Howells has the lead. Let me ask the warm room real quick. Excuse me, folks. Who's yellow on this sheet? Aubrey's yellow. Okay. Okay. So, I believe if it is Aubrey, I thought okay. I'm kind of having color issues today, so if Aubrey's yellow, that means they have the lead. They have a 4-2 lead, I believe. 4-3. Yes. Thank you. I appreciate it. So the scoring was mostly in Aubrey's favor, scoring deuces in the first two ends. And then Howells responded with a 4 in the fourth end, or 3 in the fourth end. I'm counting problems too. So it is 4-3 Aubrey as they are about to wrap up their fourth end break. Thank you so much, guys. All right, so we're going to take just a brief pause, and we'll be back to our feature game in just a moment when we return to the 2023 MoPac Mitts Playdowns, coming to you live from Coyotes Curling Club in Tempe, Arizona. Just have the shakiest of shaky cams too. I have a rig that can be sort of stable and stuff, but I didn't want to pack it because I was trying to travel as light as I can. So, yeah. I mean, the rig isn't too bad, but it's just like extra weight, extra stuff. Because it's like the size of a steering wheel, and like trying to check it and try to explain what it is and stuff. Yeah. Yeah. I'm also not muted. Oh well, we'll be back in a moment. Rocks in play. We are underway here in the fifth end at the 2023 MoPac Mitts Playdowns, coming to you live from Coyotes Curling Club. This is the Mitts teams format, not the Mitts doubles that people are used to seeing on TV during the Olympics, as made popular by the Hamilton siblings. This is 4 people alternating between man and woman. So for both teams, they're playing woman, man. That means that each half of the team is balanced. So the first half of the team is called the front end, and the second half of the team is called the back end. And so each side of the team has a equal pairing. So rods are in play. Looks like they're kind of talking about the shot here. Looks like Sean's going down to kind of talk with Siggins about what sort of shot to take here early in this end. So decision made. Franny makes his way back down the ice. Siggins has the broom down, I think, to take out the red. There's a potential jam situation. Curling is a great game for breakfast because there's always potential jam situations. And Brianna's shot is underway here. And it looks like it's got the red and the yellow rolls onto to cover the shot yellow. So it's yellow sitting 2, Siggins sitting 2 here. And LeClair is asking Jeff Baird for cleanup duty. Call Mr. Baird the demolition man right now. And let's see what sort of shot he has. He's throwing a lot of weight here. Sweeper's just kind of escorted it down. It looks like it's pretty close to being on the money. This gets one of the yellows moving, and then the red that got pushed back will roll to the wing. And again, kind of a tough situation for Siggins, just in terms of what option to pursue. He's now talking over with Sean, who's in the hat, to make his delivery. Looks like he would probably want to try and make sure that LeClair doesn't have any rocks around the house to minimize any chance of giving up a steal. And for any shots underway, again showing some up weight here. Sweepers are on it really hard, I think, looking to make sure it holds. So we are seeing some connection issues with our far cameras. I apologize for that. We've been trying to resolve the issue. It's still not totally resolved. We're going to do our best. So looking here, it looks like Bear's being asked to hit and perhaps roll a little bit. I think the important matter is to make sure he gets rid of that yellow shot rock on the 4 foot. It's possibly over curling here as the sweepers are now off of it. They're going to watch it. Oh, it does kiss the yellow. The yellow's going to go out of play. So that looks like a good outcome there. And Siggins wants to split the rings. It looks like a pretty good call for Sean's last. Team Siggins gave us team fun facts as well. Everyone won a medal at the 2022 Club Nationals. Half of the team beat the other half of the team, which is kind of a fascinating situation. And they generally spend more time discussing what and when to eat than strategy. Looks like this could be a little on the light side. As Siggins comes out to help, this is going to be more of a cornerish guard as it sits down. So this is Tracy Drummond's first, I believe, looking for a takeout here. Looks okay. Does get the yellow out, and the shooter will roll toward the wing. Well, it spins back in to be shot stone and 12 foot there. And this is Claire Blasty's next shot coming. She's been curling for half of her life. She started in Lansing. She's never won a Bonspiel. This could possibly change this weekend, as they're doing really well in this tournament. This shot looks to be weight's okay. So it looks like, I believe, LeClair wants Drummond to draw down to it. Looks like the weight's up, maybe. Actually, it looks like it could be over curling. It looks like it might curl into the guard that Siggins just put up. And it does spin to the 12 foot. So it is Siggins sitting 1 with LeClair sitting shots 2 and 3. Siggins is looking over his options there. He's got the broom down. Looks like he wants to take out that red that was just put in the house as Blasky delivers her shots. Sean's sweeping it. Now Brianna joins in, takes over. This looks to be close. It does hit the red out. And then the shooter will roll and stick around on the edge of the 12. So an interesting setup here for LeClair. LeClair does not have the hammer this end. Siggins has the hammer and a 1-point lead here in the 5th end of this match. The last round of pool play here at the mixed playdowns. I think it looks like they want to. I think they want to hit just a soft weight takeout hit on the shot yellow. But this situation could go sideways for LeClair. So it's going to be important for LeClair to make this shot as he gets set in the hack. Going to do the out turn counterclockwise release. Release looks pretty good. Baird jumps on it sweeping. Now Juilliard does as well. They're making sure it gets there in time, working to hold the line. Needs this. It's really close. It's around the guard. It's going to hit the yellow and roll open. The shot yellow rolls out of the house. So looks like a good shot. The red is fully open for Siggins to take on. Fun fact about Mike Siggins is that he is apparently the newest curler on the team. For someone that John Schuster called old, he's, I guess, the youngest player in terms of experience. That's a fun fact. Interesting about Siggins also, if he's the newest curler on the team, he's got some old school delivery tools. You can see he's got the wrapped corn broom and delivers, with a very low delivery. It looks like there's his shot. Looking to hit the red out. I think rolling either way is going to be a good outcome there, as Blasky really takes the broom to the ice. Now Franny takes over, and it looks like it's just going to be a nose hit. So it does. They just kind of exchanged hits here. For LeClair to really get out of the situation, he wants to hit and roll as he has Drummond put the broom down. So LeClair makes his way down the ice. Looking for a hit and roll. I think they want it to roll, under the yellow corners, perhaps. That seems to be based on the ice that he's taking. And there's his release. Both sweepers jump on it really early. I think super important to hold the line here. I think they actually want it to roll the other way, just based on how hard they're sweeping. So. It does roll slightly under cover. And by that, I mean ever so, I don't think it's covered. Looking at the overhead view, it's pretty open. And then looking from the over-the-shoulder view that we have on our cameras, if it's covered by just a sliver. So they're also taking a look around the rings to see which one's second shots. From the over-the-shoulder view, it looks a little red for second shots. And then from the overhead that we have in the warm room, it's hard to say. It kind of looks yellow. But the only way to know for sure is to put a broom on it, put a stick on it, a measuring stick, the most exciting measuring device in all of sport. But Weldon has the broom down for her skip. And I think looking to just hit the red out and stick around for 1, maybe 2. Siggins gets set in the hack. And here is his last shot here, the hammer in the 5th end. Looking to take out red for 1, maybe 2. This looks pretty close. Now the sweeper's just cleaning as it does hit the red back. The red goes out of play. And so now they're going to take a look around to see which one is second shot. And looks like our head ice official, Stefan Brems, they're calling a technical timeout so they can do the measure. So it's definitely 1 for Siggins for now. And it's up to the ice official to decide who is scoring next. They're waiting for the measure, but Stefan's already headed out on the ice. As here comes, again, the most exciting measuring device in all of sport. So I don't know what the people in the chat think is shots. It's like I said, it's hard to say. It kind of looks red from this view, but from the overhead in the warm room, it could be yellow. Stefan's has the measuring device on the ice to kind of cool down a little bit, making sure that there's no burn. The ice melting, we call it burning in ice tech lingo, making sure the measuring device doesn't burn into the ice. And so now here he comes with the measure here. So getting set on the first rock, he's going to measure the red rock first. And this is a pressure gauge, so it's just whichever rock causes more pressure as the vice skips look on here. So the red is measured, and now Stefan's going to wheel his way around to the yellow, and we are going to see that it is red. So red was second shot, so that means Siggins was ultimately forced to 1, but it's enough to take a 2-point lead after 5 here at the 2023 MoPac Mixed Playdowns. We'll be back in just a moment. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Rocks are in play here in the 6th ends. LeClair down 2, but he does have control of the pivotal even ends. So if he scores here, forces Siggins to 1, and then we'll have the hammer coming home. That is a good curling strategy that a lot of teams try to aspire towards. Not always possible in the breach, and also if there's always a chance to get a big end, you take the big end. While rocks are underway here on our feature sheet, we're going to go around the rings, see how things are going. Sheet A, the game between Team Feldman of Wine Country with the Red Rocks taking on Team McDonald of Coyotes and Wine Country and more. It's been heavily in favor of Team McDonald. I'll pull up bonspieler.com, because why not pull up bonspieler.com? They're there for a reason. So the scoring on sheet A has been heavily in favor of McDonald. It is 8-2 McDonald over Feldman. On sheet B, the Coyotes Centrifuge of Chaos between Team Mats, the defending champs, and Team Endicott of also Coyotes. Matsy opened with a 4 spot, and then Endicott scored 4 points over the Nets 3 and to kind of get their way back into it. And then Matsy responded with a single in the 5th to take a 5-4 lead. Endicott is currently undefeated in the pool. If Matsy wins, it does kind of create an interesting situation in their pool. On sheet C, it's our feature sheets. Siggins with the Yellow Rocks has a 5-3 lead over Team LeClair. That is our second Coyotes Centrifuge of Chaos. The clash of the cats, even though they're not cat-based in Coyotes, but and on sheet D, the game between Team Howells and Team Aubrey, it is a tied game now after 5. Aubrey started the game with a pair of 2s in both the first and second end, and then Howells has responded with a 3 spot in the 4th end and a single in the 5th to tie things up. Aubrey has a hammer and the Yellow Rocks in the 6th end. So again, all those scores are posted to bondspieler.com. 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 So it looks like LeClair is looking to change things up here, as Siggins has 2 Yellow Rocks in the top of the house. Baird being asked to throw a takeout here. It could be a double. And called the ghost of Alex Trebek because that was a daily double there. Maybe Ken Jennings will take my call. And Alex Trebek did broadcast curling for the CBC up in Canada back in the day. He found, I think, a more lucrative profession in the U.S. And looks like Siggins is going to take out the LeClair rock in the shooter. So it looks like both teams are going to be trading hits back and forth here as Jeff Baird delivers his second rock at the end. This is coming up a little light. They might be trying to create a... well, there will be a guard, so they might look to draw around that later in the end. However, Siggins is wasting no time to walk up and put his broom down by the guard, looking to peel here. And Claire Blasky is the woman asked to blow it up. Makes contact, does peel the guard, and the shooter will roll out of play. Franny makes a quick stop on the rock before it goes into the other house on the neighboring sheets. And so now LeClair, like I said, an ideal strategy when you have a hammer in the even ends is to hopefully score 2 and then force the other team in the odd ends. This is not necessarily shaping up that way as Tracy Drummond gets ready for her shot. I think it looks like they're going to try and put up, maybe draw into the house on the right side here as Drummond makes her delivery. Does the outturn counterclockwise rotation to encourage the stones to go towards the right side of the sheets. And this is going to be another corner guard. And Claire Blasky is going to be asked again to, I'm sure, take it out as Siggins again walks up, wasting no time. The stone barely just came to a rest before Siggins puts the broom down. And Blasky gets set. She is a lefty, so she's going to do the intern counterclockwise rotation. The intern outturn refers to kind of how your elbow rotates based on the situation. The peel is made, jams on the yellow in the house, but the shooter does stick around. So that is a net positive outcome for Team Siggins. And now we're 2 skip stones, I believe, or no, Drummond has one more with the third rocks. And it looks like they want to draw around that yellow that's put up. Drummond makes her delivery, doing the intern clockwise release. Looks like the weight is a little light. It could be a guard setup situation again, although it is getting light in the end. So as I was saying, ideally you want to try and score 2 in the even ends, but I don't think you would want to be content to just take 1 here, especially when you're down a couple of points. So it could be a blank for LeClair here in this end, seeing how the net shots kind of end up. Siggins and Brianna Weldon are kind of looking at, I think, drawing around that corner guard, get to the area behind the corner guard first before LeClair has a chance to get to it, and then definitely amp up the pressure for LeClair to probably be forced to 1. No blank. So Weldon has the broom down for her skip. That's interesting. Okay. So we might have some technical difficulties, but I'm not getting a message. Yeah, interesting. So it looks like they're trying to draw around that corner guard. It looks like mission accomplished for Mike Siggins. Call him the astronaut because he landed that rock. It does actually overcurl and is exposed on the outside, but it looks like LeClair is not looking towards that. So I think they're going to try and draw down. So this is Bob LeClair's first with a hammer here in the 6th end. Both Baird and Juilliard are really sweeping hard here. Needs to make sure it gets there. So this looks to be a little on the light side. It's going to end up as a guard here. So we are still working on technical difficulties as Siggins gets set with his shot here. So let's see here. This is Siggins' last. Looks like he's going to tap it up. So this is going to be a a force for LeClair. He has a draw on the right wing there. I might be asking people to get off the Wi-Fi in the end break here. This is the first time we've had an upload problem this weekend, and I don't remember having it last time we were here. We broadcast the men's tournament back a year ago, so we're gonna play this end, and then I'll hop on my computer, see what I can do to improve the situation. Again, I apologize for the difficulties. We'll see what sort of shot Bob LeClair has here with his last. So it looks like LeClair's shot's away. It's going to be light. This is this is a bad situation for LeClair. It's going to be short, and will be a steal of 3 for Team Siggins to take an 8-3 lead over Team LeClair here in the 6th end. So just Siggins will need to get back to work. Sorry, LeClair had to get back to work after this game. We'll be back in a moment, and we'll continue with our coverage from the 2023 MoPac Mitts Playdowns as soon as we can. And we shall be right back. So we are back, at least on the recording, looking to resolve some technical problems still, but just to update the situation on the ice. Team LeClair is looking to generate some offense, being down 8-3, so they basically need to convert the hammer here and steal the nest ends, as the rock coming from the third for Siggins now, I think, just wants to kind of blow up the rocks on the left wing here. Looks like the double's made, so this is a tricky situation here. I told the people in the chat this, but I will say it here on the recording, that we are trying to resolve the connection problem, and we are also going to, if needed, upload this broadcast as a separate YouTube video later. I think we're going to try and play to the end of this end, and then we'll see where things are if we do play the eighth end, as Drummond throws her first, I believe. So it looks like Drummond put up a center guard. I think maybe trying to generate some offense there. This is Blasty's next rock here. I wonder if Blasty's going to blast it. Looks like they missed the guard, so this does create a bit of an opening for LeClair as Drummond gets set here in the hack. Looks like LeClair wants to just draw around there. Looks pretty good. Oh, this looks to be, they're just walking it down, so it must have picked or something. Drummond is pointing to the ice as Juilliard, I think, is cleaning the ice. So that's an unfortunate miss that does kind of take away the opportunity that that was available for LeClair. So also my streaming hub did not tell me that I didn't have an internet connection, so let's see if I can get the internet connection back again. So let's see here what's going on. Let me see if I can reconnect to the network, because we are having fun, and I hope you like jamming too. 1 second. Let's go back to the top down view here. Not yet.
It's shaping up like there's going to be a tiebreaker today.
Depends on just tiebreaker. So it looks like we are reconnecting to the internet here, hopefully. Come on, connect. Let's go Wi-Fi. Let's go Wi-Fi. All right, we're still working on the problem, folks. I know you guys are missing out on my insightful commentary and an exciting game here. Let's see if I can get things back.
One tiebreaker. One will be tied at 6. And then finals will be tomorrow
Siggins wins and Andy wins, there's no tiebreaker. Because LeClair will have 2 losses.
So let's see what's going on here. Still trying to get the internet up as Siggins gets ready to deliver his shot here. Still working on getting the internet connection up and running. This shot is what's going on? Still having problems connecting. Again, apologies. So Bob LeClair here facing his last. I appreciate it. I'm not seeing the network. I wonder if the hub is overheated. It's something that happens. Normally the hub is like in a cold room, so it hasn't overheated before. But yeah, it's not even reading the internet here. So yeah, appreciate it. But goodness. All right. So I don't know if we're going to get the internet connection back on this broadcast. So we're going to finish the broadcast. Calling the shot here. This looks like it's going to be a little heavy. It's going to be swept back, and there's going to be a steal at 2, and that does look to be handshakes for Team LeClair, and so Siggins steals at least 2, I believe. So we are going to wrap up our coverage tonight for this draw because the internet's not working. So I apologize for that. So we are going to wrap up our coverage from this draw. We're hopefully going to have things back for the evening draws. It does appear that there's going to be at least one tiebreaker. No tiebreakers or yes tiebreakers? So we'll be back. We'll let you know on the Facebook page when we know. Until then, it's going to be your host, Ryan. For all of us here at MoPac and Coyotes Curling Club, we apologize for the difficulties, but we will be back for more great curling. We'll see you then. Thank you.